Hello students, I welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. I hope you all are doing well at home. In the previous lecture, we have started with chapter number 1, that is linear equations in two variables. We have seen the introduction of the chapter. Let us revise those points in short. Here we have seen the definition of linear equations in two variables. The equation which contain two variables, for example x and y or p and q, and the degree of this each variable should be 1, then the equation is called as linear equation in two variables. After that, we have seen the general form of linear equation in two variables. The general form is written as ax plus by is equal to c, or ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. We are going to follow the first general form to solve the equations here. Solutions we are going to find by using this form. Okay. I told you that both of them are same. Only in the second case, C from the right hand side is shifted to left hand side. Here the conditions are what? A, B, C are real numbers. They belong to real number. But A and B cannot be 0. Here if A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0, then the equation will not be in two variables. It will not remain in two variables. It will get converted to one variable, because you know that 0 into anything is 0. So if A is 0, then the variable x will be disappeared. Similarly for y. So the condition is important, what? A and B cannot be 0. C can be 0. And next things to remember here is A, B, C. They are numbers. So they are called as what? Constants. They are also called as coefficients. Opposite to that, X and Y, they are called as variables, because we can assign different values to them. We cannot change values of A, B, C, but here for X, Y, it is possible for us to change the values. That is why they are called as what? Variables. Their values can vary. Afterwards, we have seen the meaning of the word simultaneous linear equations. And before that, we have completed this activity from textbook. We have discussed it in detail in the previous lecture. Okay, so in this activity, we have seen or determined which of the given equations are linear equations in two variables and which are not. And for that purpose, we have taken the help of the general form of the equation. Okay, that is ax plus by is equal to c. We have compared all these equations there, and then we have written yes or no. For example, here the degree of the variable is 2, and therefore it is not a linear equation in two variables. Or see the fourth example here, the coefficient of x is 0, that means a is 0, which is not possible. That is why this is also not a linear equation in two variables. In this way, we have determined that which are the linear equations and which are not. Okay, then the meaning of simultaneous linear equations: when we think about two or more linear equations at the same time, they are called as simultaneous equations. So now here we are going to find how to solve a simultaneous equation. I told you previously that simultaneous equations, they can have infinitely many solutions. They can have unique solution, that means one and only one solution. And some equations, they do not have any solution. Okay, take the example parallel lines, they do not intersect. Okay, linear equation means what? Their graph is a line, therefore they are called as linear equations. And parallel lines, if we are getting for two different equations, we know that parallel lines do not intersect. That means the equations have no solution. Then two lines, they may be intersecting, and when the two lines intersect, they intersect in one and only one point. That is why they are having only one solution. And some lines are coinciding or overlapping. They overlap each other, that means they are having infinitely many points in common. That means infinitely many solutions. Okay, so with the help of geometry or with the help of graph, we can explain that how simultaneous equations can have unique solution, or can have infinitely many solution, or cannot have solution. Okay, so here we are going to solve the simultaneous equations which have unique solution. That means one and only one solution. In ninth standard, we have studied two different methods of solving simultaneous equation. Two methods were there in ninth standard, but because of COVID-19, the reduced syllabus, one method was removed from that. But now, here, we are going to learn that method. Okay, so let us first revise the first method from ninth standard, that is elimination method. Okay, so here we are provided with simultaneous equations, two equations at the same time. First of all, you have to observe whether the given equations are in standard form or what. If they are in standard form, then number them as 1 and 2. But if they are not in standard form, you need to convert them in standard form and then number them. Okay, so here we have numbered the equations as 1 and 2. 5x minus 3y is equal to 8, equation number 1. And 3x plus y is equal to 2, equation number 2. Now here elimination method. Elimination means what? We have to eliminate any one variable, either x or y. And we are going to eliminate it by either adding or subtracting. And for that, we have to observe the coefficients of the variable here. To add or subtract and to get it eliminated, the coefficients must be same. Okay, so this is second thing to observe. First thing to observe is what? Whether they are in standard form. Yes, they are in standard form, so number them as 1 and 2. Second thing to observe is their coefficients. Either for x or for y, any one coefficient should be equal. Then only we can add and subtract and eliminate. But here what we can observe is the coefficients are not same or not equal. Here the coefficient of x is 5 and here it is 3. Similarly for y it is minus 3 and here it is plus 1. Okay, when nothing is visible, the number present is what? 1 there. So the coefficients are not same. So we need to equate them. Okay, so let us equate the coefficient of y. It will be easier for us. If we try to equate the coefficient of, we have to multiply both the equations. You can recall your knowledge of 9th standard. Here, if we multiply equation 2 by 3, then these two coefficients will become equal. Okay, so to equalize it, we have to multiply both sides of equation 2 by 3. Okay, for numbering the equation, use Roman numerals. And here, you use our regular numbers. Okay, so multiplying both sides of equation 2 by 3. When we multiply, we have to multiply each and every term. So 3 into 3x is 9x. 3 into plus y is plus 3y. And 3 into 2 is 6. We got a new equation. Number it as 3. Now observe equation 1 and 3 again. What we will get is here the coefficients of y are equal. Also their sign is opposite, minus 3y and plus 3y. So if signs are opposite, then we are adding. Can you recall the method of 9th standard? If the signs are opposite, we need to add the equations. And the signs are same, we need to subtract. Here what we can observe, minus 3y and plus 3y. So if we add them, they are going to get cancelled. So our next step is adding equations 1 and 3. Okay. So write down equation 1 up. Then plus sign which shows addition. After that, the third equation just below that. Okay. So when we write it like this, see minus 3y and plus 3y, they will get cancelled. So we will be left out with 5x plus 9x, that is 14x. And here 8 plus 6 is 14. So what we got, 14x is equal to 14 and therefore x is equal to 14 divided by 14, that is x is equal to 1. Okay, so in this way we have eliminated variable y and got value of variable x. Now to get value of y, we need to substitute this value of x in any one equation. Okay, but while choosing, always choose the simpler equation. What we can observe here is equation number 2 is simple. So we can substitute x is equal to 1 in equation 2. Okay, so this is our equation 2. 3x plus y is equal to 2. So here substituting x is equal to 1. That means here x we are going to replace by 1. So we will write 3 into 1 plus y is equal to 2. Substituting means only x you have to change and write 1 there. But while writing, you have to write in bracket or you can use into sign, 3 into 1. Okay. So the next step is 3 into 1 is 3. So what we will get, 3 plus y is equal to 2. Now let us shift these 3 towards right hand side. So we will get y is equal to minus 1. 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. Okay, so in this way we got values of x and y. And the final step is to write down the solution. Solution we can write down in two ways, as I have told in 9th standard also. Either you can write down solution is x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 1. Or the second way, you can write it as an ordered pair. You can write it in round bracket separated by comma. But here you need to follow the order. The value of x should appear first, then comma, and then the value of y. Okay, so I hope you must have understood this. I will give time to you to copy down this one, so all of you please copy it down. Always keep the habit that you are going to write down the notes immediately at the same time when you are watching the lecture. Don't think that I will have this lecture there for many days, or the channel I have subscribed, so I will write afterwards. If you are writing it immediately, then you will understand it better. So always keep habit of writing it on the same time. Okay. As I have told you, you might not be having textbooks, you might not be having notebooks currently because of lockdown. The shops are closed, so you can use your old books. And as I have said, you if you don't have textbook, no problem, I'm going to give you the sums here. Or the second option is you can download the PDF of the textbook from the internet. Okay, there is a site called ebook library or eBal Bharti. You can go there and you can download the textbook of 10th standard. All the textbooks are available there in the PDF form, and you can make use of that. Okay, so I'm going to the next page. If you are lagging behind, you pause the video and then you complete it. Okay, so this was revision in the previous standard. We have solved so many sums of this type. Okay, now the same example we will try to solve by using the second method. Okay, so let us go towards the second method. The name of the method is substitution method. See, the same equations I have taken purposely and we are solving it by the second method, that is substitution method. Okay, so the very first step is same, that you have to observe the equations and you have to number them as 1 and 2. Now what you have to do in this method is, here you have to choose the equation where the coefficient of any one variable is 1. Okay, that will be easier for example, here for equation number 2 you will find that the coefficient of y is 1. Okay, everywhere it may not be 1, but if possible you choose it that way. So here I am choosing equation 2, and by using this equation 2 I am going to write this y in terms of x. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to write the value of y in terms of x from the equation 2. Why I have chosen equation 2, I told you, because here coefficient is 1. Here both the places the coefficients are present, so we will get the value in fraction. So to avoid that, we have chosen equation 2. So from equation 2, we wrote y is equal to 2 minus 3x. See, this 3x from LHS is shifted to RHS. So value of y is what? 2 minus 3x. Number these as equation 3. So y we have expressed in the form of x. Now what we are going to do is this value of y we are going to substitute here in equation 1. Okay, we cannot substitute in equation 2 because we have derived it from equation 2. So don't go for equation 2. This value we are going to substitute here in equation 1. That is why this method is called as substitution method. Here value of one variable in the form of other we are substituting, and then we are getting the answer. That is why the method is called as substitution method. Okay, so we are going to substitute this value of y in equation 1. Okay, so see now, equation 1 is 5x minus 3y is equal to 8. In place of y, I am going to write this value. So while writing, you will write in brackets. Okay, so see, 5x as it is, minus sign as it is, 3 as it is. In place of y, we wrote 2 minus 3x. Okay, substitution is done, equal to 8. Remaining all the terms are as it is. Only y is replaced by 2 minus 3x. Or we substituted the value here. That is why the method is called as substitution method. Now let us solve it. So here you need to open the bracket. 5x as it is. Minus 3 into 2 you will get minus 6. And minus 3 into minus 3x you are going to get plus 9x. Okay, so when you will open the bracket you will get it like this. 5x minus 6 plus 9x is equal to 8. Now see, these 5x and 9x, they are like terms. We can add them. So what we will get? 5x plus 9x is 14x. Minus 6 is equal to 8. Let us shift this minus 6 towards the right hand side to get value of x. So we will get 14x is equal to 8 plus 6. When we are changing the side, we need to change the sign also. So minus 6 will become plus 6. So 14x is equal to 8 plus 6. That means 14x is equal to 14, and therefore x is equal to 1. Okay. Now we have to get value of y. So the same thing which we have done in first method, you can use that. Okay, either you can choose this equation 1 or 2 and you can put it there. But you will, if you observe here the equation number 3, already you have written y is equal to. So you can make use of this equation 3 to get value of y easily. So this value of x is equal to 1, we have to put in equation 3. Instead of substituting in 1 or 2, you have to substitute in 3 so that you will get the direct answer. So what we are going to do? We are going to substitute this x is equal to 1 in equation 3. That is y is equal to 2 minus 3x. So substituting x is equal to 1 in equation 3. The equation 3 is y is equal to 2 minus 3x. In place of x, we are going to write 1. So we will get y is equal to 2 minus 3 inside the bracket 1. As I have told you, while substituting, always write down in the bracket. So y is equal to 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. So same solution we have got by using the second method. The method is called as substitution method. Finally, you can write down the solution either in this pattern or you can write it as a order way. Your choice. Okay. So all of you please copy down this method. Try to understand it while writing how the next step has come. Then you will find that this method is more easier than the first one. Some students will think that no, we will use the first method only. As I have told in exam, the method is not mentioned. You can use any method. Either you can use elimination method or you can use substitution method. But you must know both the methods, because sometimes activity based questions may be asked on this method. So don't ignore it. Try to understand and write. You need to be very careful with the signs, as I have told you many times. Mathematics 1 or algebra is all about signs. If you are making mistake, then you are going to go wrong. So please be very careful about signs. Okay, I'm going to the next page now. Complete it fast. Now after this, we are going to discuss the examples from textbook. Solved examples are and some activities also are provided in textbook. So we are going to discuss those solved examples and activities. Okay, so let us go towards the textual sums. So here the example number 2 from the textbook is this activity. We have discussed the paper pattern, and there you have seen that question number 2A and question number 3A is activity based. I told you that there empty boxes are provided and you need to write down the correct numbers there in the boxes. Now here you can see that many boxes are provided. But generally for 2 mark question only 4 boxes are there, and for 3 mark question 6 boxes are there. So that half mark for each box is reserved. Sometimes more boxes can be there because the things are repeated. Like here, see, here these things they are repeated here. So for repetition the marks are not there. That is why sometimes more boxes also may present there. So depending on the question, they are giving the boxes. Okay. So now let us solve this. Solve 3x plus 2y is equal to 29. 5x minus y is equal to 18. As I have told you, we have to observe the equations first. And if they are in standard form, we have to number them as 1 and 2, which is already done to you. Okay. Now we have to solve this equation by eliminating y. We need to eliminate y. That is why we have to equate the coefficient of y. Okay. So here you can observe that the coefficient of y is 2. Therefore, we need to multiply equation 2 by 2, which is already given. Multiplying equation 1 by equation 2 by 2. Okay. So as I have told, when we are multiplying, we have to multiply everywhere. 5x into 2, y into 2 and 18 into 2. Everywhere you are going to write 2. You have to multiply each and every term. See. So here everywhere 2 will appear. We are multiplying to each and every term. So the answer is given 5x into 2 is 10x and 2 into minus y is minus 2y. And here the next box now 18 2s are 36. Okay, so the next number is 36. So equation number 1 and 2, you will observe that the coefficients are equal. Also the signs are opposite. So we are adding these two equations 1 and 3. let's add equations 1 and 3. So 1 is already given. Below that you need to write down your second equation. So write down 10x, minus sign is already provided, 2y, and here 36. Okay, so write down the correct numbers from up only. Then see, plus 2y and minus 2y, they will get cancelled. So here 3x plus 10x, what we are going to get on LHS is 13x. And here, and on RHS here 29 plus 36, that is 65. Okay, so we got 13x is equal to 65. And from that we will get value of x. X is equal to 65 divided by 13. 13 5s are 65. That is why value of x is 5 here. So we got value of x as 5. Now the next step is to find out value of y. For that purpose, substituting x is equal to 5 in equation 1. All these steps are given to you. Only you have to write the correct answers in the boxes. Okay. So here in place of x you are going to write 5. So again this number will be repeated here. You need to write down 5 here. In place of x you are writing 5. As I have said that either you can write in bracket or you can put multiplication sign. See, you can see here multiplication sign is given. So 3 into 5. The answer will be 15. So 15 plus 2y is equal to 29. Then this 15 is going to shift towards right hand side. You can see the box is given empty on the right hand side. So same number 15 you are going to write here in this box. Okay, 2y as it is on LHS and 29 minus 15. So 29 minus 15, the answer is 14. 2y is equal to 14 and from that you have to get value of y. So y is equal to 14 divided by 2, that is 7. So in this way we have got the values of x and y which you need to write down as a final answer in ordered pair they have given. So here first you will write value of x, that is 5, and here you will write value of y, that is 7. This is the solution. Okay, so in this way you have to solve the activities. Okay, the complete question you have to copy as it is first of all, and then you have to write down the correct answers in the appropriate boxes. You need to draw all the boxes also. Okay, so these questions will be easier because already the method is given to you. Only you have to fill the right things in the blanks. Okay, so all of you can copy it down, or as I have said, this is a textual question. If you don't want, I will not compel you to copy it. If you wish, you can copy it. Otherwise, you can do it in the textbook when you are going to get hard copy of your textbook. Okay. So I hope you must have understood whatever is taught in this particular lecture. All of you, please try to solve the sums and try to revise them. Go through all the taught sums. I hope all of you have written the answers so that you can use it whenever required. Okay, students, so today I am stopping here. In the next lecture, we will discuss more sums and then we will start with practice set 1.1. Okay, students, so till that you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you, students.